1 minute. Okay, we're live.
Marvellous.
Woohoo! Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, kiddies, and welcome to Tiny Tot's Tea Time Toy Time, starring Pris and Clara and Andy and Denise. It's good to see you all.
Where?
What is the door?
What door?
Wow, did you actually uninstall the door?
No, I didn't close
There's
it.
a door?
Close it. I'm going back to pick up my coffee, so you will understand that I did not.
Get ready for a big
I'm
bang
just
then.
reading what Denise said. I don't know what she means.
Get ready for a big bang.
Yeah. She's just
When
wondering.
That's when she slams it. Yeah.
Why would I remove the door of my room? Really? Oh my gosh, okay. There. Okay, let me just say hello in the chat to everybody. Hello.
Are we there?
Okay, I'm just getting my coffee, so just say hello or something.
Hi, Felicias. Today we're talking about butts.
No, we're not. I hate big butts and I cannot lie. There's a song in there somewhere and I'm not going to sing it.
There.
Oh my god. Okay, Pris is back.
There you go. I still have a door.
Not for long.
That was loud. You're not for loud if you keep bagging it like that, you won't. Oh my god.
That door is just a bother.
Only doing
So, how are we all?
Love chat.
How are we all? Are we having a good time? Hi there. Hi, Rhythm. Hi, Richard. Hi, Meta Realities, whoever you are. Yeah, welcome
Actually,
to...
I think some people don't know that Meta Realities is Pris.
No, actually,
Well, we know
you
that,
should
but yeah,
not be calling me Queen.
Well, we know,
yeah?
but-
No, it should be Queen. Sorry, Queen. Let
Queen
No, I'm
Pris.
sorry. Well, if I'm going to call you Queen, I'm going to point out the fact that it was Talk Like a Pirate Day on Friday. Hardy har. And pirates like the booty, right? So I want the prudy. Or Pris, you're going to have to walk the plank.
Nasty scallywag.
The Queen doesn't walk the plank. Thank you very much. Let Denise walk the plank.
No. I
doing
I can put a plank on this boat without too much trouble, and don't forget we've got a couple of sharks swimming around it outside as well. So yeah, it's there, it's ready. So
I think Denise should sacrifice herself and walk the plank.
Oh dear. Anyway, lots of things happening. How are we all? What have we been doing this week?
I'm fucking tired.
Excuse me?
What?
Excuse me.
Language, Timothy. Yeah, so yes. I can't say that, Jack, because unless you're in England, you probably won't remember that show. But yes, it's
Too much meat for these sharks?
no, it doesn't do
Says
sharks.
Denise.
Look at the
Local?
size. Yeah, look at the size of her boobs.
Oh, what?
You got juicy boobies. You need a booby slapper.
Well,
They
yeah, that's
are.
right. Flotation devices. That's quite right. This is health and safety here. Denise knows exactly what she's doing, and I think it's to be admired. While I'm sitting this side of the table. Yeah. So anyway. Oh my God, where are we going?
If it's Denise and Jack, Denise deserves the door. The door can only take her own weight because of those.
Honestly, this is the thing about
floaties.
Second Life, and we're spending more time talking about Prissy's door in real life, where she keeps slamming it, than we do anything else.
I don't know.
Denise's
I don't know
boobies.
why.
So humble apologies to everybody, because it was, as I said, International Talk Like a Pirate Day on Friday. We may have the odd reference to pirates and pirate phrases during the course of this podcast. Sorry about that. Just it's my masochistic or my sadistic sense of humour. Yeah, don't worry, I won't be giving up the day job. But apart from that, we would also have raised a Spanish galleon in here, on which we can sail the seven seas. Avast ye, ahoy there, ye scallywags. But unfortunately, they're all rather prim heavy in Second Life, unless I want to res a small yacht, something like that, dinghy. The old 17th century Spanish galleon, a la the Black Pearl or something like that, really doesn't go very well at the moment. So unfortunately, we can't fit that in the sim as it currently stands. But we're working on it. We'll try something like that. It might be good for Halloween, Pris. I could put Davy Jones's boat in here or something with a big octopus just for Denise's Denise's delectation. And yes, we can have a bit of fun with that too. And we can probably talk about all sorts of crazy Second Life stuff while we're being massively mauled by a giant squid on a Spanish galleon, as you do.
Yes.
So yeah. But in the meantime, Pris, you put a holder. Yeah, giant octopus. That's right. In the meantime, I did see you put another podcast out there this week, Pris, on all the bad things that we'd like to talk about in Second.
That's not a podcast.
It wasn't really. I mean, I was a bit surprised that people thought I was only talking about negative stuff, and yes, I do talk about. Well, I don't think they are negative; they are just issues, so I don't see them as negative. And yes, sometimes I do feel like I'm only talking about negative stuff. But they're not negative; they're just issues in Second Life.
It's always very easy to basically talk about things that are not going right.
Yeah, drama
point them out. And not always quite so easy to be able to talk about the really good things that are going on and what's wonderful out there. Maybe that's something we need to think about a little bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I do positive videos, nobody watches them. Yeah. And it's not an algorithm issue like someone mentioned in the comments, because sure, if nobody watches them, it's not going to go out there. But if you don't watch them, they're not going to go there out there. When I post a video about a specific topic, which is an issue, which is something debatable, people automatically react instantly. So I can't really change that. I
mean, it kind of echoes something which I've seen out in the reality, in the real world. When you're working with supporting products and things that are being sold to people, sometimes, or providing a service to people, sometimes the only time that people actually talk about it is when things go wrong. So the only press you ever really hear, the only press, as I was saying, the only press you really hear is bad press rather than good press, which is unfortunate and a bit sad. And I think it's probably in a sense that when you're doing these broadcasts, you're pointing out issues, but not necessarily things that are going wrong, but just things that people may need to be aware of. And unfortunately, that then means it's going to be bugs, glitches, maybe things that people haven't thought about, etc. Much more than the good things, the really great things going out there. New chatbots arriving, or look at the new build they've put around the welcome experience for Second Life, or look at what this great new texture thing called PBR has been doing for Second Life. Don't get me started on that. But the fact that everything now lags to crap because basically even the normal people that aren't using PBR, we're now finding that every texture is now taking ages to res, whereas before you used to be able to log into a place and ping, it would come straight up, irrespective of PBR or not. So there's definitely things going on there as well. We've had other things, I know, where there's been performance issues, not necessarily so much in Second Life, or there's been a couple of weird things happening in Second Life, but AWS, which I know is one of the main providers, has had some issues separately out there. And so much so that I've seen other people move away from AWS as being provider, because AWS can't guarantee a level of support and performance. They do the usual corporate thing where they say, okay, we'll give you a minimum level, and they say what the minimum level is. So how quick can you actually restore it, and they won't tell you. So there's that too. But that aside, there are, is it the message that you put out in your last video, Pris, was saying that everybody is always wanting to talk about bad things or things that maybe should be looked at or people would like to see looked at. And maybe we don't look quite so much on the good stuff. And there's a lot of good stuff out there. Let's be honest.
Yeah, there is. But... And I think
you just you just put a but in there straight away. So yeah.
but I think it's also a safe place for people to discuss anything Second Life, because they come to YouTube mostly with different names.
Yeah.
And so they can talk about it, comment about it without revealing who they are, because that's one of the main issues. People do not want to raise their voice because of repercussions, as we know. So yeah, I was just a bit surprised.
Well, let's be honest. When your welcome experience when you start Second Life, you come in, they ask you for a name. They ask you for account name. Bang, that's it. And you're then put straight on the spot immediately, because that name is going to live through the lifetime of your Second Life experience, however long that's likely to be. And you really get put on the spot. And if you're a noob and you haven't even come across that kind of thing before, that's actually quite intimidating if they actually realise that name that they come up with, that I've got big balls or whatever, the thing that they can come up with just as a joke thing to get them through the screen, actually is going to stick with them through their entire life. So when they go onto YouTube, which is something they're probably using outside of Second Life as well as inside Second Life, of course the name's going to be different. Clowny, for example, I don't know if you're out there, Clowny. I haven't seen him yet in the chat, but I'm sure he's out there listening, or he will be soon. Clowny has a different name on YouTube than he does in Second Life, for example. I didn't answer. I'm not even going to go there. But you know what I mean? People have different names.
No,
and it's interesting.
But what I mean is that in Second Life, if you talk to somebody, your names come up. But if you go on YouTube, you can use another persona. So there's no link between your Second Life name and your YouTube username. So people feel safer to talk. To discuss, debate, and share their actual thoughts on YouTube, rather than going directly to a forum. Actually, if you go to the forum, you have to use your real name, or you have to use an alt, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a person hosting this channel called Meta Realities, whoever the hell that is, and yet we all know her as Pris. So, yeah. There's an example right there, Pris.
Is it? Maybe it's not.
Okay, Pris went to get coffee. I'm going to go get coffee. I'll be right back.
That's fine.
And I'm going to be left talking to myself, and everybody's still looking at me saying, what's going on?
Andy, that's your dream, isn't it?
No, it's not. I don't like being by myself. I don't like all this,
You like to talk.
I don't like talking.
Promise.
I don't like talking.
You don't?
I don't like talking. No, I don't. I like listening to you lot talking half the time. What's a bit more intimidating is when I do try and start saying something, and everyone starts butting in, and they'll think, oh, I'm never going to get a chance to say what I'm saying. That's a different thing. They've gone already for coffee, so now I can say whatever I like. Wow.
I'm still right here.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Now I am going, though. Okay, bye. BRB.
You don't like talking, Andy? Seriously?
I work in sales. Give me a break. It's what salespeople do. So yeah.
I work in customer service. I talk all day long, and I don't like people.
You don't like people. Oh well, yeah. That's probably every time you phone them in the evening or something. They always turn around and tell you they don't want double glazing, or they're sick to death because they think you're going to sell them something or try to sell them something. Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, I mean that when you phone somebody up, if I get a cold call from a call centre, I know damn well they're going to try and sell me something, or they want me to complete a survey so somebody else can try and sell me something. And you just don't want. I just don't want to get involved with it. So, yeah. Anyway, talk like a pirate day. Blow me down. Har, hardy har. It was Talk Like a Pirate Day. Did everyone have a good one? Did everyone remember to talk like a pirate?
No, I didn't even know it was Pirate Day because I really don't care.
Well, before we came on this call, you were complaining that it should have been in October.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't make sense. I don't know, because pirates, for some reason, are automatically associated with Halloween, because, I don't know.
A really big thing. I mean, it's been officially recognised in Michigan. It's the lawmakers in Michigan state actually passed a resolution declaring September the 19th is official Talk Like a Pirate Day in the state, and they encourage residents to celebrate the day by talking like pirates and wearing pirate costumes. That's Michigan for you. If you live in Michigan, you have my condolences. I bet you forgot. If you go talk about Captain Morgan Run, they've used Talk Like a Pirate Day for a marketing campaign. They've asked people to share their best pirate impressions on social media for a chance to win prizes.
But why
they
is
actually
it so
celebrate.
Special, though? What's so special about pirates?
Well, shilling me timbers. What can I say? They even celebrated Talk Like a Pirate Day on the International Space Station. Now, how about that? They were tweeting. The astronauts were tweeting pictures of themselves in pirate costume and speaking like pirates on the International Space Station. That would have been amazing. If only someone would have laid it alongside and put a shot through their porthole, it would have been absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, we don't have the aliens out there, or if they are aliens and they are out there, they haven't got involved with the International Space Station yet.
I'm not saying it's not fun. I'm just trying to understand, why is it such a big deal, Pirate Day? Why can't it be Donner Day and be a big deal, but Donner Day, or I don't know, Second Life Day? Why can't we have a Second Life Day?
As a pirate would say, dead men tell no tales. So who knows? You know,
like who decide that Pirate Day should be that special? What's so special about pirates?
People just like talking like a pirate. It's fun, you know.
Yeah, today is Batman Day as well. Batman Day today. So
yeah, I'm not sure about
national. My cat is called Batman, so it's his day.
Hang on a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay, let's just drop out Second Life for 1 second. Let me just examine that statement again. You tell me you've got a cat called Batman.
Yeah, Batman and my other cat is Zorro. Is there a Zorro Day too?
Oh, you should have had one. What you should have had one called Robin. That would have been perfect.
Batman and Robin. Yeah. Batman
and Robin. Yeah.
Teddy Bear Picnic Day, Pig Blackberries Day, National Clary Who Day, National Dimples Day. Seriously, we're going to celebrate dimples? I mean, who think of that? Like, how? Yeah, Lama, explain to me.
Yep. Sophie's just raised a point on YouTube. Hi, Sophie. Thank you for your comment. She said, I'm not afraid to give my Second Life name on YouTube, but yes, there's a different name on the grid. Does Linden Labs really let new users choose names like Big Balls? Oh, yes, they do. I've seen some crazy names crop up. Everything from like Ivor Biggin to, I'm a scam artist to I'm not a bot to, well, you name it, they can put it in there. They look for characters, they don't look for content. As long as the characters are individual, you can put it on there. So you can put all sorts of jokey things on there. And now people have heard me say that if we start seeing a whole load of wacky people dropping around the grid with really weird looking names, we know you're all trolling. But we'll laugh along with. There we go. Apart from that, getting back to our point about bad news and good news on Second Life, I mean, everyone always does like to talk about bad news. Everyone likes to hear about bad news. Everyone likes to gossip about bad news, particularly.
Yeah, but it's not bad. I'm not talking about bad news. I'm talking mostly about issues. It's different than bad news.
That is kind of bad news, though, isn't it?
Is it?
I mean. The only time I hear good stuff, people celebrating the good stuff going on in Second Life, is macabrely when they want to try and sell me something.
Yeah, but what is good stuff about Second Life? What do you
Well,
mean?
come on, Pris. You're the person with our finger on the pulse here. You just asked me what's good about Second Life. Come on, answer your own question. I'm going to throw that one back.
No, I mean...
I'm what's good about Second Life. It's me.
No, yeah. I didn't mean it like that, Denise. I love Second Life, I swear. I love Second Life. I mean, that's why I'm here. That's why I make videos. And that's why I've got these beautiful sims that I love so much.
She has got a lovely... Everybody, you really ought to come over.
Yes, y'all.
Pris has been, despite the fact she's an absolute YouTube queen with all the things and doing the filming and everything else, she's not done a very good job of marketing this place. You guys nearly need to come over there, and we need to be having some photo competitions and all the rest of these things.
Over here.
Like, make me a clone. Like, why can't AI come up with clones? I need 2 clones to do everything that I need to do.
Well, they could do that.
AI is not ready for clones, and that's a good thing.
Do we all think that the internet can handle 3 versions of Pris, 2 of which are AI?
I don't think you can handle 3 of me.
It would be. I tell you one thing. It would be amazing if they could produce your videos.
Oh, that would be. Oh gosh, so amazing. But unless
that would be really freaky. That would be really freaky.
Unless ChatGPT can go on Second Life and film for me.
It does.
Yeah.
It can do. It can do.
But it can't do what I do. Really.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, come on, Pris. What do you do?
Well, first of all,
sounds like Monty Python. What has Pris ever done to us? Okay, apart from the island and no, joking aside, what do you actually do, Pris? Come on.
Picking up my outfit. First of all, ChatGPT can't do that.
Okay.
Decide, what should I be wearing? What accessories should I be wearing? The reason behind it.
I bet it could. I bet it could. I bet it can.
No, because there would be no. Yeah, it would pick up something totally random, but not why I want to choose it. Why I'm wearing this.
But no, it would do. In fact, we could actually it wouldn't be too difficult to set up an AI bot to basically you engage with it. And you say, right, I've got this body, I've got this head. I'm looking for, I don't know, a dress or heels or leggings or a jacket or something like that. I'd like it to be coordinating with some other jackets and things to provide a fall 2025 look. Go away and provide me some options. And they will go away, and in 10 seconds, you'd have a number of different options out there. And suddenly, all the marketing for every store in Second Life
I would say,
goes through the floor.
I don't want to wear this brand because it's a brand I boycott. I don't want to wear this brand because I don't like this brand. I don't want to wear this because
it
took me 2 hours yesterday to yesterday.
So when you tell your So when you tell your fashion bot to go away and find you some outfits and find you some looks for your fall catalogue or full look 2025, you tell them not to include certain criteria, and it therefore omits them.
Yeah, but
it's
by
that
the
easy.
time I worked at that prompt, and because ChatGPT, you ask something, it never tells you what you want. I would have chosen my own outfit because I know why, the reason I want to wear this today.
Yep. Che, hello, good to see you.
Okay, and then once I've chosen my outfit, so yesterday, because actually yesterday when not a few days ago when I was filming for that video, which took me forever, even though I didn't want to go anywhere and wanted it to be simple, so it took me to...
What's up, Prisiano?
Yeah. Oh, hi there, Prisiano. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Oh, he's gone. He's zooming around again.
Oh,
he can hear us.
Of course he can hear us. He's coming in closer. He's coming in closer. Closer. There he is.
Hi.
He's got a crown too, Pris, just like you.
Does he?
Oh my gosh, is someone trying to steal my crown today?
Don't worry, that's Burger King.
He's almost got the same fashion sense of you as well. Anyway, oh, fantastic. Pris, jump in, say hello. Pissiano, should I say, not Pris. He's typing now. Oh, no, what? Oh, my word. There we go. You have a fan, Pris.
Don't worry, I got him.
At least I hope it's you. It might be. It might not be me. Yeah. So here we are, and getting back to the point there, Pris. We were talking about what do you do in Second Life, or so what do you do normally?
That outfit for that video took me 2 hours. It usually takes me 2 hours to find an outfit, to decide what to wear, and make sure it's a brand I like, brand that I do not boycott, because I do boycott a lot of brands when I don't get customer service.
Right. Do you boycott? Okay, so that's an interesting point in itself. Do you boycott brands purely on the basis that they don't give you the service that you want, or do you boycott brands for any other reasons?
I boycott brand when there's an issue and they do not respond to me, which is an upcoming video.
In other words, what you're doing is you're buying a product from them, and the product is faulty in some description. Now, in British law, that means you're entitled to a full refund anyway. But this is Second Life.
They don't bother. They don't fix it, and they don't reply.
They don't fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just say, okay, if you're not going to do that, then you don't have any more business from me. Okay, fair enough. Is that the only reason why you boycott them?
I boycott a brand if they keep, they have it full price at an event and then they go on sale within 3 months. It's not usually a brand I will promote, so I don't want to wear them.
That's interesting, because the Sale of Goods Act in the UK actually forbids that too. You can't put something on sale unless it's been sold at the full price for the minimum of 28 days before the purchase. So that, again, this is all part of legal rights, actually, in the real world. But of course, we're talking Second Life here. Are there any other things?
Second Life is adherent to American law, which is real world.
I know. But we're talking about that anyway. Is there any other thing?
Yeah, well, I won't be promoting a brand that doesn't do petty text. Obviously, I tend to that's possibly. I don't have hundreds of brands that I boycott, to be honest. But yeah, I have a few that I will never show in my videos.
She's Australian. Australians and Californians boycott stuff. So like 90 Denise.
Not that many.
I did hear from somebody earlier today that's got really annoyed with kiwi and blueberry right now, because apparently blueberry's even been taken off the marketplace, and they use it because they don't like to have a modern, up-to-date body, because the body they've got actually works very well for them and actually reflects what they actually do look like. They don't want to change that. And now suddenly they're finding that all the options which they had formerly on Blueberry have just been wiped out entirely, because Blueberry has now been removed from the marketplace.
Oh, have they?
So,
wow.
That's not good.
Apparently. So that lot's all gone, and all you're doing now is being pushed onto Kiwi. There's an awful lot less options for Kiwi than there is on Blueberry, which is kind of a shame. Yeah. I don't know this too much. This is what I heard from somebody else, because, like I say, she's a woman and I'm a man, and what do I do with Blueberry? So, yeah. But that's something I just heard.
Yeah. Kidding.
So that's you're right, Denise. That was something that we were talking about last time around, where we were saying about the fact that people are always being pushed, almost bullied in a sense, to go on to newer versions of what they've got with new bodies, and that then means you've got to buy new.
I think that's taking it too personal. I don't think anyone's getting bullied.
Hang on. That then means you've got to buy a new body, a new head to go with it. You've got to buy new skins to go with all that thing, the whole new look and everything on that, before you've got the actual item of clothing you might be wanting to do the whole thing for. So then you've got to buy the whole item of clothing, and you've got to think in terms of maybe you want to buy other clothes and things to wear with it as well, all of which need to have additional expenditures. So just that one item saying, okay, I want to go from... Pick an example. If I want to go from Maitrea to Legacy, for example, it's not just a £300 t-shirt, or 300 Linden t-shirt. It's a massive expenditure on all that, and a lot of work. And for people to basically have their back turned on them, when in certain cases they're holding money out here ready to do it. It's a real shame that people have to be put it that way. Aforementioned person was talking to me earlier today, went into a shopping event. Like me, she doesn't really have much time for it. She went into a shopping event for the first time in whenever, and found that she couldn't buy anything in it. I said, really? She said, no. I said, why not? She said, because it's all for the likes of Reborn, Legacy, Lara X. She said, there's nothing in there for me. I can't do it. She said,
yeah, Maitrea...
I could have bought a load of stuff.
Maitrea is kind of a dead body now.
I could have bought a load of stuff, she said, and spent a lot of money, and I can't do a thing with it.
Yeah, no one is making for Maitrea anymore, but everyone who had Maitrea got a free Lara X.
Yeah,
so,
they didn't have the extra expense because they got it for free. But the thing is, the new people the new users that would log into Second Life, they have to choose from the newer body anyway. So
yeah,
it kind of balances.
But she's telling me that the new version is not the same shape and not the same hook points and everything else as the old one.
It's not exactly the same.
As I was saying, I get the idea that people want to modernise a body.
Am I going to be able to speak to?
But I get the idea that they want to modernise the body. But what I'm not what I'm more concerned about is the fact that she's been pushed into accepting a shape which isn't her.
She doesn't have to accept it.
Well, she is, because she's been told she can't buy anything.
Yeah, but the difference is not massive. The difference, come on, people, it's not that massive, the shape, really.
No one notices when I'm wearing Maitrea versus X. No one notices.
You can't wear Maitrea versus X, and I don't think we should go around saying that any particular body is a dead body on places like this, because really, for some certain people, it's not.
No, I mean it's dead because no one's making for it anymore, and you can't help that. That's just like across the board. But Blueberry is the one and only store I have heard of. From what I'm
hearing, some people are.
Blueberry is the one and only store I have heard of that has taken down all of their Maitrea stuff, which actually is shocking because that's going to lose a lot of their money. Because there are some people still buying from Maitrea. But that's probably why they're the only one, because it would be stupid to take all that down, because people are, even if it's not still being made, people are still buying it.
Yeah, but people want the space. Like if you've got a store and you're creating new stuff all the time, like stores, the vendors use this prim and maybe they don't want to bother with it.
No, Andy said so the prim store has been gone for a while. But it was still on Marketplace. But Andy says that our friend just discovered that it's no longer on Marketplace. Blueberry is gone.
The whole Marketplace has been taken off. And that's the sad thing. Because if you've got all the items on the Marketplace, why not keep them? Maybe you don't want to put the prims in your own store anymore and promote the later lines. Okay, I don't like it. I think it stinks. But okay, they can do that. What I feel is a real shame is the fact that they are removing it from the Marketplace. What they're trying to do is push everybody onto the new stuff. I get that too. I understand that. I'm sorry, guys. I've second guessed you already. I still don't think. I think that's unscrupulous, particularly for people that don't want that change.
No, I don't know what they're trying to do, because it's a really stupid business decision. Because people are still buying for Maitrea and Blueberry, as big as they are. They do not control like the Maitrea market. Them getting rid of their old Maitrea stuff doesn't push the market toward X.
That would be like asking Target to keep the clothes that they have, like they were selling 15 years ago. Nobody. No.
But Pris. He means like the the actual Pixel and Prim Blueberry has been gone for a couple years, but it was still on Marketplace and people were still buying for it. And they're probably going to lose out on a lot of money now because Blueberry was a big store. But Andy is also
going to lose that money. Who cares? It's their business. If they don't want that extra money, or maybe they don't need it, maybe they don't want to waste their time with customer support. Because, you know, when you have a store, you have to provide customer support. You know, there's always people complaining. There's always people needing this or that. Maybe they don't want that and they think it's not worth the money. That's their choice.
Okay.
I'm
not saying they're terrible that they did it. I didn't see the point, but now you've brought up not a bad point at all.
What it basically boils down to is it's effectively market manipulation.
No, that's not. Blueberry is big, but they don't control the entire market.
Why would it be market manipulation? If a brand doesn't want to be on the market,
they don't control the entire. There's still Adams still has their old stuff. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't answer you because you won't let me speak. But yeah.
Because it's not. Well, you wouldn't let us speak before.
Okay.
But no, it is not market manipulation because it is one store of many, and Blueberry/Kiwi is a big brand name, but it does not control the entire market. They cannot manipulate the market like that. That's not what they're trying to do.
Yeah, the point is, Clara, it's not just Blueberry. There's a lot of stores taking the same action. And effectively what they do is clubbing together. And then what they then do is they then do a pseudo survey against their clientele to say, so what body do you like to do? And then justify their future business decisions based on their existing clientele. Let me finish, please. This is important. So as I was saying, they base their future business strategy on what bodies they're going to support, etc., based on what their clientele tell them that they are using. Of course, their clientele are only going to be using the bodies which they are currently supporting. So it's a kind of a chicken and egg situation there.
No, one store did that and it wasn't Blueberry. This is not a relevant thing.
There's lots of stores doing it, Clara. Lots of stores.
We only know one. You can't just say there's lots doing it. We only know that one did it. And we don't even remember the name of that store.
In the last week, I've seen 3 surveys going around, just myself. And I don't go shopping. So it's the stores doing it all the time.
Yeah,
well, because I see them come.
They post them on Flickr. They post them on Facebook. A lot of stores do their own surveys, but at the end of the day, it's their choice what they want to do. I mean, if a brand wants to shut down, well, that's their choice. I mean, we don't know their situation. They may not need the money. They may not need. It can be anything.
Of course.
Like,
but you know, it's a shame when they do that. That's what I'm saying. I just don't like this market manipulation. It is market.
They're not manipulating them. Blueberry/Kiwi is not. They're not. They cannot. They simply cannot manipulate the market, and they're not trying to.
Yeah, so if I want to go in to say that the black event, the noir event, and I want to buy something for, say, a Maitrea body, which up until 6 months ago was a pretty popular body, why can't I buy anything for that body now?
Because
it's only been 6 months.
They're not producing for that body.
Kiwi isn't driving this. Kiwi/Blueberry is not driving this. The market is going this way, and no one's making Maitrea anymore.
You're not listening to me. Every store in that event, as I've been told, is not providing anything for that body.
Yeah, no one is making for Maitrea anymore.
It is. Well, this is the whole point. It's been less than 6 months. That's not a great period of time.
No one is manipulating the market, and no one is making for Maitrea anymore. Maitrea X came out, and now all the creators are doing that.
Right, Clara, I don't care. Clara, I don't mind how many times you scream at me, but I'm sorry. To my mind, it's market manipulation. That's it.
It's not market. Who the hell is? There's hundreds of stores. They're all manipulating the market. No, there's a new body out. They all went to the new body.
Yeah, I mean, Maitrea come with a new body. Then, I mean, eventually, I'm guessing they won't support Maitrea because Maitrea is old news. It's like technology, with the iPhone. They're not supporting the 3GS or the 4S or whatever phone, because technology has advanced, and that's it. They're not going to support those phones, forever. And that's the same with the bodies. They came
That's
up with a
probably
new
not a
body.
very. That's probably not a good example to pick, because actually, if I've got if there was a thing as a 3G signal, or even an older version of signal, my current iPhone would pick it up. Yes, okay, my iPhone right now is focusing much more on 4G and 5G, but it can still pick up the older stuff, and it does when I go into low signal areas.
Why would they?
Okay, so I prefer Maitrea too, but I don't feel like
brand.
anyone's pressuring me or manipulating the market. It just, there was an update, and all the stores went with the update.
Well,
No one
I just don't like the way it's been done.
is manipulating the. Well, you don't like it because that's someone that we know doesn't like it, but no one's pressuring her. I still do. I do my outfits, the things I wear day to day. 99%, it's old Maitrea.
Yeah. Well,
Because I like old Maitrea. I've got Maitrea X because it came free and because that's what they're making for now. And I have a couple of Maitrea X outfits.
Yeah.
And in the future, as I buy more clothes, they're going to be for Maitrea X. This doesn't bother me.
But even you said to me, Clara, that the shape on the Maitrea X is not the same as the original Maitrea.
No, it's not the exact same, and I prefer the old Maitrea, but so I wear my old things, and if there's a new thing that I like, I have to ask
Change the
myself,
body and everything else.
Yes.
Because I just feel
but
that's
it's not
right.
hard for me to change the body because I've got the base body saved as an outfit.
Doesn't
Yes,
matter.
Link is no longer there.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you. It doesn't matter if you want to do it. I mean, okay, but I don't feel that it's necessary to have to change your entire body to wear an outfit because
It's a simple click, though, if you do it right.
Yeah, but you don't have to. Like, you can still be stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, like, when I deleted my inventory for Maitrea, I had possibly thousands of outfits. Okay.
Yeah.
I could have
didn't do
just
that.
say, well, yeah, I'm not going shopping anymore. I'm just keeping my Maitrea, because some of them I've never even worn. Like, a lot of the outfits we don't even wear. We buy, but we don't wear.
Well,
It's probably-
maybe that's you. Me, I do, as you know,
that-
because
yeah,
you
but
constantly
only
say to me,
have
"Why don't you
what?
wear something new?"
You only have 10 outfits. I have 100,000.
I have about 105 outfits. Yeah.
I'm a guy. There's nothing out there for men. Yeah.
Two of those outfits are base bodies. One is the base Maitrea shape that I like, and one is the base Maitrea X that I decided I was going to do when I need to wear Maitrea or when I want to wear Maitrea X clothes. And 99% of what I wear day to day, as I said, is Maitrea because I like the body and I like my Maitrea stuff. But as I buy new clothes, it's all going to be Maitrea X. So I do have a couple of Maitrea X outfits. And I mean, it's a simple click for me. I click and then I wait for everything to change over and load. And it's real easy for me.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Maybe it's easy for you, but I just don't like the
You
fact
just
that it
gotta
has to
save
be
it as
done.
an outfit. You gotta save the body as an outfit, and then you can easily switch
I
between.
don't care. I just don't like the fact that you have to go through all that.
But
For
you
what
don't
purpose?
have to. You
It's a
don't
click.
have to.
So
You
all
can
that.
just stay with the old stuff.
I
if
would
you
show
want
you right
to.
now, but I
That's
would be
fine.
naked for a second,
no,
so I
no,
can't.
No,
But
no,
it takes,
no, Clara,
it's
no.
one click.
Don't do that.
No,
I'm
Clara,
not.
please don't give the audience.
So now for the third time, I'm not doing that. But it's one click, and then you sit there and wait 30 seconds, and then you're in the new body in the outfit that you want.
I don't feel that kind of stuff should be necessary. I know that people.
Okay, we're losing your voice, Andy.
One click. It's not that anything
Can
is
you hear me?
necessary or unnecessary. It's one click. It's the
Can you
easiest
hear me
thing.
now?
It's harder
Yes,
to
yes.
Can you
It's
hear me
harder
now?
to change. Yes, it's harder to change your individual hair than it is to change your body. At least for me.
Well, okay, that's for you. But I just don't like the fact that it should. I don't like the fact that it should be necessary. It's as simple as that. I don't feel it should be.
Look,
I know there's a lot of people in Second Life that are very technical, and there's a lot of people in
I'm
Second
not
Life.
technical at all.
Can I finish? And there's a lot of people in Second Life that get a lot of joy out of complicated technical setups and things.
It's not complicated.
Some people have
finished.
all the bodies.
Yeah, there are some people that have like 10 different bodies and they switch between them all the time.
I saw a chat today where somebody was almost boasting in this particular store chat, saying they had 40 bodies and like 20 heads. And I'm thinking, my God, you can only use one of them each at the same time.
Yeah, some people owns all the heads, the Lelutka heads. And they switch all the time. And I have a friend, she has a friend who has different bodies because she says, this body is better for dresses, this body is better for jeans, this better is better for this. They switch all the time. Some people enjoy that. Yeah. That's why they come to Second Life. I don't have any issues. I can't be bothered. I've got another head. I've got a Janus head, which I never use. Yeah, so I've got my Perky body. So I
like the basic Maitrea. What I prefer, that everybody still made basic Maitrea clothes and that anything new I buy was still Maitrea. Of course. But that's just not how it is. I got Lara X for free, and it's easy for me to switch over if I want to wear a new outfit that I just bought. And I don't feel like anyone's manipulating the market or pressuring me to do anything I don't want to do.
No, I bought the Perky because I thought, well, Tunder preferred the Perky because he thinks it's better. It's got better butt. But I like I bought the Perky. I don't know.
Is he a Latin man by any chance, Pris?
Pardon?
Is he a Latin man by any chance?
Yes.
Say no more.
Is that why? Is that why? So yeah.
Well, the Latin guys like big butts, and they cannot lie. There's a song in there somewhere, and I'm not going to sing it.
I just thought it was just because he was a legacy sheep. But I bought the Perky because some of the brands, I like their clothes, and they only did for Perky, for Legacy Perky. So I thought, okay, well, I may as well buy the Legacy Perky just to get, if I can't get it in Petite X, let's go for Perky. But to be honest, I've never used my Perky body.
Yeah, you want to really get down to it. I like Maitrea Petite, basic Maitrea Petite. And I have some outfits for it, but even before Maitrea X, like, not a lot of people were making for petite. And so I don't have a lot of petite outfits. Again, it's just a click to go to that body, which is fine. But yeah, I can't just holler and scream at the wind. Like, someone's manipulating the market and I feel pressure because there's not enough petite stuff.
Well, they kind of are, because you're being pushed into the direction of accepting a body because there aren't enough options on the body that you want.
I think I'm wearing the petite right now. I have some clothes for it that are cute that I like. I can wear the petite body if I want. I just don't have clothes.
I'll just move on.
Not all my clothes are for it.
Something new comes up. When Maitrea announced Lara X, I was super excited. It's something new. It's the same thing with the iPhone. Yeah. I can't wait. My iPhone 17 Pro Max is arriving on Monday. I'm excited.
And I didn't
have to change it, but I just like to change it. Every 2 years, I just go to the new one, and that's just that. It's not... Nobody's forcing me. Nobody's telling me you have to upgrade. I just want to. And that was the same with Lara X. It's my choice. I want to upgrade. Nobody is putting a knife.
That's not strictly true, actually, on an iPhone, because if you leave it for longer than 5 years or something like, I think it's 5 iterations or something like that, then basically your product is viewed as end of life, and they stop supporting it, and you have to move because I'm not saying it's going to stop working, but there's a lot of things that won't work, the apps and things that won't work on it.
I would move because 5 years ago there wasn't the thing that you can do now. The technology is advancing. The new things are coming up. You move. I wouldn't keep a phone for 5 years. The same way I was upgrading my laptop, I would not keep the same thing. Back in the days, when I had a computer, same thing. I would always upgrade 2 to 3 years. But that's just me. I like to change things. I like to move on and just delete everything. I deleted everything. Every Maitrea, I deleted everything. I can't be bothered.
Wow.
I
Wow.
did not delete it. I like my Maitrea stuff.
Yeah,
I kept it.
and 40
But
is the same.
it's up to
yeah.
Pris. It's up to me what I want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it's manipulation. It's just people. Some people have no problem moving on, like I do. I just move on, and some people just like to stay their comfort. It's their comfort zone. They have an old thing and they like it. It's just their comfort.
Yeah.
They just can't buy anything new for it because the stores will not support it anymore. Yeah.
No, you don't get it. You're not. It's like you
I
haven't
think
heard
it's
anything
a
that we
man
have said.
issue, maybe.
It might be.
It's
Well,
a
no.
guy. Maybe he
This,
doesn't get
this,
it.
this is based on things he's hearing from a woman friend of ours. But no one's manipulating the market. No one's pressuring her to have a certain body. She can wear what she likes. It's just like not everything is available for every type of thing.
Okay, let's hear what.
Welcome, Clowny. Welcome, Clowny. Welcome, Kimmy.
What Clowny is going to say, what Kimmy is going to say.
Yeah.
It's just rezzing for me right now. Clowny's sitting inside the seat. I think you need to turn your AO off, mate. Welcome aboard. Ahoy there.
Oh.
Avast, ye scallywags.
Hello?
Avast.
Where's your
Howdy,
car?
har.
There it is.
Kimmy's drunk.
She's driving
Kimmy's
the
drunk.
boat. Kimmy, come down here.
Drunk. I'm so drunk. Do not let me steer this ship.
Somebody take her.
She's drunk. What have you done?
You're
We're
lucky, Kimmy.
celebrating
I mean,
her
up
birthday.
until
Kimmy, I
up until
love
2
that
hours
outfit.
ago, we were talking about making this a Spanish galleon. In which case, no one would be steering this thing anyway.
Why does it make me want to drive the boat? I can't be trusted.
Just stand there and look pretty.
Okay.
She is doing that really well, but she
Yes.
can talk too.
Are you guys still recording, or is
Yeah,
the
yes.
show
Oh
over?
yeah,
We
oh
are,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You are
live.
live.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
You are live on
Yes,
YouTube.
don't say the F word like I did.
You
Oh
are
my
live on
God,
YouTube.
good.
Please do not swear. Yeah, as they say on Big Brother.
Oh my god.
I don't say that on Big
That
Brother.
was
People
like
swear all the
the
time.
second word that came out of my mouth.
Kimmy, what body are you wearing? What's your body?
Oh, legacy.
Legacy.
I have almost
Yeah.
gotten Legacy for like 6 months now. I'll probably
I
eventually get it.
tried Reborn, and I just can't make it work for me. It just can't. So
It takes
stick 'em
black
with
magic.
legacy. And about
Or hi
20 to 4
Denise as well.
Hi Denise. Hi Andy. Hi Cara. Hi,
Hi
Chris.
everybody.
Hello there. Yes.
I'm so drunk.
Are you really?
Hey, Drunky.
So what have you drunk so far tonight, then, Kimmy? What's your name?
About 3/4 of a liter of Jack Daniels.
And
Hey.
why are you drinking?
We were celebrating my birthday. Clowny built a
Happy
special
birthday.
skybox.
Birthday!
Thank
Number
you.
That's
25?
fantastic.
Yeah. 25. I'll take that.
Oh, hell yeah.
So what did he do special for you? What's something?
So he built a skybox, and then we had a board game that we played, and Pictionary, and what was the beer keg thing? I don't know what it was, but I won. So yeah,
Okay, that sounds really cool.
he made an effort, and I appreciate it.
Oh,
I tried.
You did good,
Lovely.
Dave. You did good.
Oh, what's the... So I went around looking for gift cards, and it seems like most stores are moving away from doing gift cards. I don't understand why.
Apparently there was a lot of scams with gift cards.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense then.
Yeah.
It just makes it really difficult when you want to buy somebody a present in SL. I mean, gift cards is the go-to. It just makes it so difficult, when less and less stores are doing
Oh.
this.
Oh,
I was
yeah, I
TPing
wasn't
around
even
everywhere.
aware of it. It's only when I did that video about gift card that expired and I couldn't get my money back. That's when they said, gift card There was a scam
Sorry,
going around.
They expire?
Pardon?
Or you get a gift card for a store that doesn't support the body you've got, in which case you can't spend the gift card anyway. So,
That's true.
I got a gift.
Andy, would you get?
Sorry.
You literally had 3 girls telling you it wasn't that way.
Yeah, no, I had a gift card and it expired, which I didn't know. And when I asked if I could get my money back, they said no.
How long?
How long?
How long?
About to
Yeah.
say how long did you get on the gift card?
I don't know. Maybe 5 years, I think it was.
5
Oh,
years?
honey,
5
you're still
years.
good.
5 years.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never
well,
used it. I bought
geez.
it and then,
Why?
yeah.
I can't go 5 minutes without shopping, so
What would you expect after 5 years prison? Then you rock up to the store. 5 years later, hey, I would like to use my gift card now.
They're like, this
Jeez.
store's been closed for like 4 years. What you want?
Well, no, it was a friend who had a gift card. He got a gift card, and she went and asked, and she didn't get so she didn't get the refund. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I have a gift card because I bought gift card ages ago to do a party for Koala Beach birthday party, something like that, 5-year party or something like that. Anyway, I bought a lot of gift cards, but I've never done the party. I've never used the gift cards, so I still have the gift cards. But that one brand, it expired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for what Denise is saying, that's the same as me. I buy so much stuff and it's all in my objects folder. I haven't opened it yet.
I
He's
open
got
everything.
so
I
many
buy things
things
because I
that-
want to use them.
Yeah,
Oh.
as soon as I buy something,
Me
I
too.
unpack
Yeah,
it.
but the thing is, there's a new event that comes out the next day that you go buy the stuff from there, and then
Yeah.
that old stuff you don't end up opening because you've already
Yeah,
got
yeah, and then
bought new stuff, and it just
yeah,
keeps adding on top.
exactly. And then you've got
What?
2 years of
I don't have that
objects.
kind of money.
Oh, wow. Oh, if I look at my inventory now, yeah. I try to
Denise,
keep up.
yes.
I try to keep up, but it's just hard. Like unpacking takes hours. And then somebody start chatting
How
with
much are
me.
you buying?
Huh?
I buy between 1 or 2 things and maybe 5 things at once.
Hi,
Like, how much are you
James.
buying?
This was a old problem. I've stopped. I don't even do weekend
Yeah.
sales anymore. I don't do anything.
Let's
with it.
Have a
admire,
shopping.
let's admire Kimmy.
Admire.
James says hi.
I mean, last night I bought,
you look
like,
stunning.
Hello,
it was
Jane.
7 things. Last night I bought 7 things. I could have gone for the fat pack, but I did the math, and I was going to save a couple hundred Lindens only getting what I wanted to get. So I went ahead and did it. And then, yeah, I had 7 boxes on my floor, and I unboxed them all, and I used the things right away. Like,
No, not happening. I buy something and then I have to log off, for example. I log off and that's it. And
Same.
then the next day I log in and my favorite creator did something and I go and buy it and I completely
I would be
forgot.
so scared of losing things. My old alt was missing half her inventory like half the time, and now I'm like paranoid of losing things. If I buy something, like it's on my mind, and I've got to like unbox it, resin, and make sure that I have it.
Is it true that Linden lambs go through sometimes your inventory and remove stuff and that? I thought I heard that long time ago that they go in and
Why? How?
No. It's a known glitch. It doesn't happen to everyone. But I don't think Linden Labs is doing it directly. I think it's just a glitch, and customer service from Linden Labs on that is hit and miss. Some people get help, some don't. I never got help.
I'm going to beg to differ on that because I'm afraid they do. If you get a situation where there's an IP claim against something, or you've got a security claim against something, the fault or something like that doesn't conform to the Linden Lab guidelines, they will remove it. Doesn't matter if you've paid money
How the
for it
hell
or
would you
not.
get something in your inventory that would go against Linden Labs at all.
Well,
Well,
it happens,
Hide it,
and this is the
for
point.
example.
And you, there you are, and people will
Hide it.
spend the money, and they won't get the
Okay,
refund.
yeah.
They won't get the refund from Linden Labs, for example, but the item will be gone. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So, like before that, I think there was a major issue about Star Wars stuff being on Marketplace. And
Yeah, that
you know,
got
and then they
removed
went
too.
through.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So they can.
They can, they do, yeah.
Yeah.
DJ, how would we know about that? Hopefully none of us are trying to copy bot things.
Well, you'd know about
I mean,
it
that
because
makes sense.
it would disappear.
Yeah, you shouldn't be copy
It would
botting.
disappear. It would disappear.
Yeah.
That's how you
Shouldn't
know.
be doing it.
Yeah, and if you are the person responsible for it, the chances are you would disappear too,
Maybe.
depending
By that,
obviously on
Andy,
the.
of course, means just your SO account.
Yeah. So yeah, it happens. That happens in every virtual world, frankly. When I talked a little bit about IMVU and the whole black market they had on stuff there because it wasn't within guidelines, but everybody then started creating content and products which were outside of the rules. The whole department got formed and basically tracked the whole thing down to try and kill that black market. And as fast as they were tracking down the people's inventing the new products, more people were then going back into the products and making new versions of them, and it was like a whole battle thing going on between the market and the hosts of the market to basically see who could get one step ahead. It got nuts, and at the end of the day, IMVU is for teenagers. It's not for adults. We're talking about adult content on a teenager site. So yeah, I've seen it happen in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean,
Yeah.
they wouldn't go into your inventory just for the fun of it, right?
Well, do you really? I mean, okay. Let's
hope not.
assume for 1 second that the figures that they tell you are logged in and live and active on Second Life are actually accurate. We know they're not. We know there's probably about 20% of them. But if we said, for example, there are 12,000 people, nice round figure, 10,000 people at any one time. Imagine how many items these people have in their inventory folder. I don't do shopping. I've got. How many have I got actually in here? This is interesting. For a guy that doesn't do shopping, I wonder how many items I've actually got. I have got.
Okay, yeah. Everybody on the chat, how many? What's
I
the number
have
in
got.
inventory?
I have got 12,000 elements in my inventory.
What?
I have.
Is that
all?
I
I
have
need to shop and I've got
126,000.
How much? Kimmy?
126,000 almost.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I have 12,000. I can tell you exactly. I don't mind. I can share this with everybody. I've got 12,891 elements in my inventory folder. That is it.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking when I reacted
mine
to you,
is-
sorry.
So,
Yeah.
so
That's not a lot.
if all of those 10,000 people had 12,000 elements in their inventory, how long do you think it would take your average Linden Lab employee to go through that and see if you've got something that they wouldn't want you to have? It's too big. It's too big, and that's assuming everybody had 12,000. Like I say, they could have the same amount as Kimmy, or they could have a lot more. I know some people get boasting about the size of their inventory, almost like it was I don't know,
Yeah.
penis extension, perhaps.
I have friends
But
that's
it's
100
just
and-
it's just
yeah,
mad.
500K. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm constantly
so-
constantly trying to reduce mine, and it just
Yeah.
no. I have a shopping addiction.
Really? Oh yeah, that's right. I run into
Well, I
you
buy
in
too
every
much
shop.
too.
It's like, oh look, Kimmy's there.
Oh, of course. Where else would I be?
But yeah, so the chances of you, if you have one item with one rogue folder, one item in one rogue folder, the chances of Linden Labs finding that against the noise of everybody else in Linden and Second Life is fairly low unless there is something they can do with an AI scan. Oh, there's a thought. To basically then track down where that said item is and then remove it. They could do things through Casper Vend and stuff like that if you bought it through those channels. If there was a black market channel like there used to be on IMVU, then the chances of you doing that would be a lot less. And that's when the real arms race, if you like, of product development and standards and everything else really kicks into gear. Don't get me wrong, it was fun seeing it happen, but wow, it would be an absolute nightmare for Linden Labs to administer. So yeah, that's out there too.
Actually, Denise, isn't it you who told me there's an AI app that's coming to clean our inventory? Yeah, it's an AI-powered viewer that is supposedly going to clean our inventory. How does anyone feel about that?
I mean, how does it clear it out? Like items?
Well, it would have to have access to
old or
I don't know.
Is it like a maid?
Well, it kind of, but as a viewer.
What is it going to clear out, Pris?
With a feather duster and.
Denise, do you have the link?
I mean, how would it work?
Okay,
like,
hold on, it must be in. Oh no, that was a post, not a link. Yeah, that was a pic. Yeah, we don't have the link yet. I don't know if anyone has heard about it, but yeah, I
haven't
don't
heard
know.
of it.
It would be probably a third party using the API, maybe. I don't know.
So what's the purpose of it? Is it there to simply to remove duplicates and dead links and dead products, or is it actually out there to
Possibly, I would say
inventory?
organize, because that's one thing with your inventory is organizing. I mean, it can't unpack everything, so you would still be stuck with a big object folder. So you would still need to be able to unpack your stuff before.
Because at the end of the day, people have purchased items for their inventories. They've spent money on that. For the Linden Labs just to muscle in and remove that, that says something to me. If that is genuinely going ahead, that says something about it.
Yeah, but it seems like they only do that when there's a reason. If there's no reason and it happens in mass in your inventory, it's probably a glitch, which is what I was talking about before.
But this is
and
what
it's
I
hit and miss whether they help. Huh?
Yeah. How would they sort of say, oh, you don't use this, like, we're going to get rid of it? And it's like, but...
Yeah, they don't do that.
Like, that I don't use
how
all
would
the
they
time,
know?
but I know it's there if and when I do want it. Like, I've got a sim, and I've res trees, and they've sat in my inventory, and it's like, I still want access to those trees down the line at some point, if I want to, build another sim or...
I really don't think they do that. I don't know how they would know or why they would care. Now, if it's something like Pivot or copybotting or something that you definitely should not have, like, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, but I don't think.
And then there's
I don't think that app would be able to delete anything, because if I compare it to Destiny, there's a lot of third-party apps that controls the inventory. They organize your armor setup, but it can't delete the stuff. It just organize. So I think that would be possible, but it wouldn't unpack, because you still have to unpack everything. So
I don't know how an app could or an AI could unpack for you. I don't know.
But it could move
I would
stuff
think that
to
would make
the bin, like all the LM, the note cards.
Calling cards. I have like 6 calling cards per person. I'm like, what? Why do I need all of this?
Yeah, my inventory is full of copies of things. It's messy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If they're there to remove duplicates, then yeah, I get that. Sometimes people want to have duplicates. So, for example, if you have landmarks and you've got like a list of all your landmarks, you might want to put a certain group of landmarks into a folder so you can access those fast. And you only need to look at that folder rather than looking at every landmark you've got. That might be that could raise an issue if it's there to remove duplicates, because of course you'd have a copy of the landmark in your general folder,
you
and then
should
you'd have another
delete all
copy
the
of the
landmark.
preferred ones.
Yeah, it has to be our LV for sure, like the,
The only
wardrobe.
the only thing I can think of is that if we're talking about deleting landmarks, delete the landmarks that are dead. That's a good one. If you've got a landmark to a store, that you pick a store up on Marketplace and it says, come and have a look at our store there, and you go to the store there, and all you're getting is a vacant lot and offering to rent it.
I delete all the LMs.
Yeah.
Or you are not allowed in my private home. You will be sent home in 10 seconds. Like, what? I'm just trying to shop.
Yeah, no, I delete all the LM. I use my teleport history, and if I need to access a store, I just click on the edit tabs, go directly to the creator, and TP from their profile. There's no point keeping landmark because they move all the time, the stores. It's just taking space for no reason.
Yeah. So, there's that out there as well.
I don't know, a lot of people keeps landmark. I use teleport history, that's my best friend.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But I do have folders of landmarks, like, if I've gone to a nice sim, I like to take pictures, and I think, I landmark this place, and I'll put it in the folder, and you go to visit it 6 months later, that sim's then gone. That would be handy if they would get rid of those dead landmarks. That'd be great.
Yeah.
You go to the place, which was a nice, nice country sim with a nice view, quite photogenic, quite relaxing. You got the birds singing in the background, a nice bit of quiet, chilled music and stuff. And you go back 3 months later and find it's turned into a glorified brothel with she-males and God knows what else. You get a bit of a rude awakening, really, don't you?
I don't want to take any photos here.
Yeah. Yes, Denise, I can tell you from experience that actually did happen to me. So, let's not go there.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
it's like...
Yeah, that's a bad thing about Second Life, I guess, is the fact that obviously you can have duplications, you can have lots of dead data, and maybe AI could do something.
And empty folders as well. Empty folders. I've got plenty of empty folders. Because you delete something in the recent thing, but it doesn't delete the folder. And
or you get that, and if you then click on the folder and open it, suddenly you open it and you find it's full of stuff. But yet when you look at it in the inventory tab, there's nothing in it. So that's a viewer thing. I see that glitch all the time, and it's a shame when it happens, but it happens. But yeah.
Yeah, my favorite.
Here we are. We started the top end of this conversation talking about good and bad things in Second Life. And why does everybody always talk about the bad things? And guess what? Look what we've been talking about for the last hour and a half.
I think it's human nature.
Yeah. People always talk about the bad news. They remember the bad things. They don't necessarily remember the good things as much. And that's a bit of a shame sometimes. I think it would be nice to celebrate some of the good things that we've seen in Second Life, some of the good things that have happened for people in Second Life.
I've seen Andy naked.
Friends. I have absolutely amazing friends.
Yeah.
I want to celebrate that.
You've created a fantastic.
For being my friend. Thank you, Clary, for being my friend. Denise, my favorite noob. Clara and Andy.
You're welcome.
What I think is good for me is the ability to speak to people from all around the world. To be honest, previously, what we would have to do is be pen pals and write letters, and and then the internet came on board, and then things like Second Life have been able to give you the ability to talk to people you may have never ever spoken to, and meet people from different cultures and and different parts of the world.
You can do that through games because you're a gamer. You play video games. Wouldn't you?
He's a loner.
I got the best prize ever from SL, which is this man who lets me argue with him live on the internet.
Yeah. Well, she got a free holiday out of London. I mean, some people in her part of the world regard that as a holiday of a lifetime. Sorry, Clara, but yeah, yeah, okay. So,
I called it that several times.
Yeah, I know. Well, you might be doing it again soon, so we'll see what happens. But there's more things.
Really?
There's more things going on. So there's good and bad things out this. I've got to the ability to connect through saving a project of hers in the past, which is when she, when the original Aussie Shores started going, and I jumped in and said, "Look, this is too good to get rid of," and I saved it. We kept it running for another 9 months or more, didn't we?
Yeah.
Chris, on the back of that, and that's why we're still talking.
Okay, go and pee.
I bribed her because I kept the thing running. But here, eventually we did stop, and now, a number of months, as I said, she was absolutely gutted. We have a long conversation about it, and I do remember. And obviously, Pris was upset about it. And I said, "Look, don't regard it as being gone forever." I said, "At some point, you will have the wherewithal and things to start bringing it back, and you can do. And look where we are right now." And she's done it. And as an Aussie Shores 2.0, if you like, the new and improved Aussie Shores, I think this definitely comes up there. I look at Pris walking along through the tracks and things that we have of this island, and she could be in the real world. We know that this thing has been based on photographs she's taken around to where she lives in Australia, and it's believable. It really, as long as you've got the right wind light on it, it really does.
That's a huge compliment coming from him. He likes his SL to be realistic.
Yeah.
Like something that's based on Cornwall or something, it doesn't look like Cornwall. Yeah.
I love how
I like to take him to these places because of what he'll say as we go along. He likes realism.
The number of lighthouses I find in the sim is shocking sometimes. We've got a lighthouse here. It looks like a lighthouse. Okay, it's a generic lighthouse.
It's not in the middle of the forest.
It's not in the middle of the forest. I've dressed it up a little bit to make it look a bit more realistic. It's got a few rocks around it, so if the odd freighter or something does decide to go sailing by, and runs on the rocks. The lighthouse is on rocks.
She just lives under. She lives down under.
Under a bridge.
Yeah, it's got rocks on.
Around here.
Lighthouses are there to aid navigation, so they have to be visible from long distances away, and they're usually there to mark on places where there are hazards, shipping hazards, to aid navigation. The lighthouse we have here hasn't got a lot around it. It's got rocks around there, which is a danger to shipping, and it's there and it shines and it comes on at night time when the night falls here in Australia. And it's worth mentioning that from an Australian point of view, Pris has actually got it programmed so that when it gets dark in Australia, it gets dark in this sim. It's working to Australian time, so you guys on the west coast of California, sorry guys, this is Australia time. This is Australia. This is authentic.
It's daytime.
Yeah. It's daytime where you are. I mean, it's near 2 o'clock in the morning where I am. It would be shockingly dark outside if I was talking to you. But I'm sitting here looking at nice bright blue sunshine, and here we are effectively in Australia, and it looks realistic. It feels realistic. I go along there, I can hear all the fauna and flora. I've got the odd kangaroo bouncing around. We've got other various critters and animals in the place as well. We haven't got the drop bear yet, but that's a bit of fun. But we need to get the drop bear in. There are koalas. She's put a tarantula by house, but we won't go into that. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff, and it's great. It's great for it. It's lovely to have that kind of realism, and then be able to share it with people. And I sit and I talk to you, Pris. I hear your kitchen door slam in the background there. I hear that when some guy's driving when someone pulls away from the lights outside of the junction, quite close to it, in a big bore ute, and you can hear the exhaust revving in the background. We all hear it in the background as well, and it kind of makes things more intimate, more personal, and we can relate to you from that point of view, which is fantastic. Much better than hearing the noise of the sort of Starship Enterprise in the background. If I did hear that, I'd get extremely worried about people too. And I think that's a great thing about Second Life too. You can have the ability to relate to a real life from a Second Life But let's just go back to the Second Life side of it. We talked about looks and different bodies and the fact that people can explore the depths of their imagination, good and bad, in Second Life too. And that's a great thing too. You can regard it as being an expression of their personality. You can regard it as them having fun, a bit like the old dressing up box that you had when we were kids. I'm a great advocate. I went into an office in real life and I said, I just think it'd be a really great idea if we had a dressing up box and every Friday we all just put something on. And the guys looked at me as if I was off another planet. But actually, when we did start doing it, it was amazing. It lightened the whole place so massively, apart from sort of indoor golf that we would sometimes play, or flying paper aeroplanes around, or the great dirigible competition, which was basically paper bags held over hot air vents, and we'd see how high they flow and things like that. It's the things you do on a Friday afternoon in an office. It's just one of those things. I do a lot more work from home now, so I don't necessarily have that. But yeah, there we go. So people talk about role play. A role play again. People are playing a role. Not a real role, it's not really them, it's a role that they've concocted in their imagination and they're expressing themselves through that. And it's nice to have people it's nice to have people that can engage with that and support you and make that all the more real for you from that point of view. But at the end of the day, it's a role play thing, it's not real. So you have that too. That's more for the people that like to treat their Second Life as a game than as an extension of their real personality. And so, well, I'm not going to go into the argument as to whether Second Life is real or a game, because it's both. We've had that conversation in the past. That's what my take is on it. I've said it in the past. I make no secret about that. So I think that's great for Second Life too. Other things out there, the Linden Labtilia system. I know that we all take the bane of our life, but if you think about the fact that the Linden Labs have actually built effectively an entire accountancy financial system within Second Life to be able to handle the great weight of acquisitions and purchases and things that we do on a day-by-day basis. And it works, and it doesn't generally fall over. If it does fall over, it can be recovered comparatively quickly. That's all to the good too. It's also remarkably secure. I know that there's been various hacking attacks and things, and undoubtedly Second Life has them too. But let's be honest, I've never actually seen the whole Tilia system go down at all. So from that point of view, it ain't that bad.
Didn't they had a few issues with Tilia at some point?
They can have issues, and it might affect performance, but it doesn't remove it altogether. We've got situations here. I talk from personal experience here in the UK, for example. Right now, or space within the last 6 hours, I think it's 7 major airports across Europe basically have gone down as a result of a cyber attack. And I won't point the finger at which country the whole thing's coming from, although the press is pretty. Yeah, people kind of guess where it's coming from. But yeah, it's basically taken a whole baggage sorting system and everything else online from that point of view, and it's creating absolute mayhem because people then can't account for what's going on planes. They can't be in a position to fly those planes unless they know what's packed in the holds of the planes, and everything just grinds to a halt. We've had other situations in the past where here in the UK again, we've had fires and things, and suddenly a major part of infrastructure goes down because people haven't always thought about the whole risk assessment and how one thing can cascade down into something else, and that can cascade down into a whole chain reaction of events and make something that's fairly mundane to start with actually of major national significance later. And again, we don't see much of this in Second Life. Okay, we've got some bad things that have been. I wouldn't say bad. We've had some things that haven't been quite so good. PBR, okay, great idea. Reflection probes, all that. The new graphic systems, great, wonderful. Suddenly, I find everything is shiny. I'm looking at the sea around us on the wind light that we've got here right now. It looks like it's probably got about 40 tons of oil spread across it, because these waves are not looking like ordinary waves to me. So, from that point of view, you kind of wonder. But again, I think, at the end of the day, it's embracing new technology. It takes some time to work it out. We've had a bunch of people that said that because PBR is new, they have to have everything PBR. I think when you look at things with PBR, you start to see the limitations of it, and you realise that PBR is good for some things and not so good for other things.
It's miraculous for some things, but yeah.
So it's so
really
there's good and bad in both, and I think that's to be embraced too. That we have that choice, we have that information, we know how we can make things good without necessarily going to the full technology and things in the future, but it's out there. We can make informed decisions. We can make something look much more realistic in the way we would like it to be in our own minds, and make that visible to other people and share that with people as well. I think that's also good with Second Life too. So overall, performance, support, the looks, the vision, the currency. There's a lot of good things about Second Life out there. There are. And at the end of the day, I got to meet a crazy Australian guy with a red Ronald McDonald nose, and he makes me smile every time I see him. And I got to meet Pris, and I got to meet Clara. I got to meet Clara. I got to meet all you guys as well in this crazy virtual pixelated world. And I have a lot of fun with it, and I probably spend too much time in it. Even despite that I do, and I only have my 12,000 items in my inventory, and I know some people probably have 300 or more. And someone probably come on YouTube now and say, "No, I've got over 1 million." But at the end of the day,
I haven't earned 1 million yet, but
this isn't
hundreds of thousands.
This isn't about the size of your inventory. This isn't about the size of your penis or whatever you want to call it. This is all about choice. And the ability to express, the ability to be allowed to express in the way that you want to be, and be the person that you can be. And for some people that don't necessarily have those opportunities in the real world. This week, and somebody shared it with me, and I have been in hysterics over it ever since, as have they done as well. This is of a lady that apparently was a couple that